if you let teams pick anyone, you'd be playing C9 next week, almost for sure, which would also feel bad, right?
Yeah, but we were laughing at it that if we had a pick, we'd just pick C9 just for the memes. But why not? Like, might as well.
Hello and welcome back to Pros Split 3. Week 1 is in the books. The three of you helped make it very fast. We had literally nothing but sweeps. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How did that align with your expectations? We'll start with Fudge.
Well,
the last 2-0.
I mean, we weren't super confident because our scrims were kind of bad the past couple weeks. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Can you define bad? Because I saw you bantering a little bit.
I mean, it's not like we int every game kind of thing, but we kind of took a long break, like contrary to FlyQuest 0-day break probably. We had like 3 weeks off, I think. Yeah, 3 weeks. And
how long have you guys been scrimming for?
Since, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, I think. 2 weeks.
So you started on like the 12th or something?
Yeah, something like that. I don't remember the exact dates. Yeah. I'm bad with memory. And yeah, our scrims were terrible, pretty much for the most part. I mean, we got better throughout the last week, but we weren't super confident going to Dignitas. I heard I was possibly playing against Isles top initially because Photon was having some problems with his visa. Mm-hmm. And then I heard it might have been Gakkos or whatever from FlyQuest. That was possibly, but I think he was subbing in scrims or some shit. Yeah. Something was happening there, and I didn't know who I was playing against. And then I found out Photon like yesterday or something, or the day before. We weren't super confident against Dignitas, but it was like just because of scrims. But we thought that they weren't super good either, so we just went on stage and played. Happy we won.
How did you feel on stage?
Felt the same as usual, man. We just int a little bit, and then we play well, and they int a little bit, and then we inted less, I guess. So we won. Like we had better drafts, I would say, and then just they int more, so we win.
Oh, I'll get APA Inspired. I have to ask about B-Boy. He said he doesn't like playing Ezreal.
Oh yeah, he hates playing Ezreal.
He plays Ezreal all the time.
Yeah, that's what
he's like the Ezreal.
You would think of B-Boy as the Ezreal guy, and then he just hates playing Ezreal.
But who makes him play Ezreal?
I mean, he was just like, oh, maybe Ezreal, and I was like, yeah, pick Ezreal. And then he picked
the Ezreal guy.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't like playing the champion, but everyone on our team, well, not everyone, me, I try to like push him to play Ezreal because I think the champion's OP in a lot of spots, right?
So it's not like a Revan thing.
I would say he's trying to push for Ezreal probably a little bit more. B-Boy just doesn't like it for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay.
He has some weird things, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
In his brain sometimes. But they can. I mean, he just has some weird ideas about champions, man. I don't know. Sometimes.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Inspired. Welcome back.
Hello.
You've been Globetrotter, MSI, EWC. How are you feeling?
It's pretty exhausting, but I don't know. First game going against Disguised, so we felt like it should be a free win.
Yeah.
So it was a free win. And yeah, hopefully we don't really get burnout playing all the time.
Sure.
Because we honestly didn't have any break for the past very long while. So
yeah.
I don't know. So far it's going good because obviously we are winning and we are winning most of our scrims as well. So it's like when you are playing a lot and you're winning every game, it feels pretty nice. It's more annoying when you actually play a lot and you lose a lot. Mm-hmm. I think that's when it might start getting worse. So hopefully we don't get into a spot where we will start losing. So far it's going fine, even though we're playing so much.
Yeah, Busio said you had 1 day off. Was that even a day off, or was that just like getting home from a plane and sleeping?
Oh yeah, I mean, we got off the plane in the middle of the day. I think it was like 1 p.m. maybe, and I wanted to scream already the next day, because what else am I supposed to do? So I was like, maybe we should just start screaming already. But then I was like thinking about it, and who are we even gonna scream? It's NA, like we don't have to try hard that much. Like we just came back, like we might actually take a day off, and everyone on the team was like, please give me a day off. I was actually okay, sure guys, let's take a day off. I mean, Quad was even pushing for 2 days off. I was like, guys, let's not get that. Like, let's not take 2 days off. Like, what are you guys gonna do? And Quad is sitting in his room ordering like fast food and just playing solo queues. I'm like, bro, might as well do it in the office. Like, just go play scripts.
You're nonstop. I mean, like, is there any thought of maybe doing fewer night blocks, or maybe taking like multiple off days? Like, would you? You're scrimming straight again on Monday, I imagine, or are you taking an extra day?
We play on Monday already, just like every team. But I don't know. There's not really much else to do rather than scrim. Like you can't really play solo queue because it just sucks. And in scrims, I mean, we also like I don't know. It feels nice when we play top teams in scrims that make the game competitive. Like when we play against Cloud9, TL, the game is actually competitive. But against the other teams, most of the time it's like hard to actually know if what we are doing is actually correct, or are we just winning because enemies are giving us too much respect because of the names, or they're just hinting. So it's like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to improve, honestly.
I mean, I feel like all three of you at some point have been on a team that's winning like 80% of their scrims. But
yeah, I mean, even if you're winning 80% of the scrims, like on stage, the game looks different. Like if every team would play in scrims like they do on stage, then you can learn a bit more. Because just so my own teammates, I know that on stage, they are not going for a crazy outplays out of nowhere while they're doing that in scrims off cooldown. So that's why it's also really hard to play against us in scrims. So yeah, there's not many teams that can match that. So it just feels a bit awkward when it comes to practicing.
there's got to be a pretty big letdown because you're going from MSI where you're playing like G2 this day and then Absolute Legends and then BOG and then
AL Genji on repeat like for 4 days straight we played.
Yeah, these like super like the best teams in all of League of Legends, and then you come back and you're playing against Disguised on the first round. Like that's going to be a drop off in energy too, just because your expectations are lower. But you still have to keep getting better, especially if you want to qualify for Worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, as you said, you have to focus more on yourself rather than enemies, and just think if what you are doing actually makes sense and if it's gonna work in official game, and can you like recreate certain situations and focus more on what you think is good rather than focusing on what worked well, I guess.
APA, I know you kind of experienced this a bit with First Stand, right? You were the team that had the least break, but then you also played EWC last year. How did it feel making the quick transition into straight back to NA?
First 10, we got like a little bit of a break because we ran it down at first 10.
You made it quick?
So it was a bit quick tournament for us. But we got like, I think, a week break at most, and then we got straight back into scrimming. But last year was definitely brutal because it was like MSI, and we made it like middle of MSI. And then it was like the summer split started right after. And then it was like 2 weeks of hardcore, 2 or 3 weeks. Then EWC, and then EWC or summer split restarted after another week. So I think we were definitely last year as a team burnt out. Yeah. And we could like low-key started running it down in summer, even though we had a really good summer split.
A lot of close games, even though you won every best of 3.
I remember we came back to Dig, and Dig was like a bottom 2 team at the time, and we were almost losing to them. I think we went 2-1 versus them. But no, it's a real thing. Like, it's just you're playing so much, and you're probably just so stressed out because you're in the middle of a tournament. You're trying your best to like beat these, these really good teams. Yeah. And then you come back, the expectations are still really high for you, but you're facing worse opponents. So it's like you still have to try. Yeah. But then it's like you face a little bit of DSG. Maybe take a little bit off. Maybe those two off days at quad once.
Yeah. Super high adrenaline at MSI, and then you need to kind of maintain that level. You're expected to maintain that level coming back, but it can be really difficult.
I think you're expected to, but it's kind of unrealistic. Yeah. Even in scrims, it's like, because we've been scrimming for a while. We were scrimming all the MSI teams. We would scrim all the MSI teams, and then like randomly we'd have like a Brazilian scrim day, and just the energy would be so much different. Like we were facing T1 and AL, and everyone's like, I'm doing this, like my lane's pointing here and I'm doing this. And then we faced like the Brazilian teams that are here, because some of the Brazilian teams are here. And it was just, well, I think I have mid push now. Yeah. I don't know where their jungle is. We didn't get any wards.
And then you go like 2-3 in the scrim set.
And then we kind of int the scrim set, and then Spawn yells at us a little bit.
It's the cycle of life. Yeah. Curious for the three of you, because I feel like what happened with MSI straight into EWC is like whichever fan base won that tournament, they were like, that's the one that we're going to pay attention to. So in NA versus EU terms, U3 OG2. Great. Very clear. But then EWC happened. C9 gets bounced immediately. They lose to the South, as well as
Furia, yeah.
I forget who else they lost to, but they were bounced immediately.
They lost to us and they lost to Furia.
Right, and then you lost a best of 1 to G2
Yeah.
before losing to Gen G, and then G2 like wins a best of 3 at EWC. So
Yeah.
where do you personally feel like the ranking is?
I mean, it's hard to just rank the teams because we don't really play much against each other. We didn't really get to scrim against G2 much either. We just played the official game against them, and the game at EWC, like, I don't know, we were all jet lagged. I think I woke up at 5 a.m. that day, and we were sitting in the studio there up from like 11, and our game was at 6 or something, or 7. So it was a bit weird scheduling for day 1 of the tournament, and the fact that we couldn't really come a bit earlier because we arrived probably like 2 days before our game. So yeah, I think no one really took that tournament like super seriously. I think MSI felt like way more important than EWC did. But at the MSI, I don't know, it felt like G2 just kind of choked the game against us because I didn't really think that they are a bad team. But when we played against them, it just felt like the close situations were not working out for them, and they just lost them, and then they just like lost confidence, and they just gave away game 3, and that's why the series looked kind of one-sided. But while playing it, it didn't really feel as one-sided.
Yeah, they tilted a bit.
Yeah, that's how it looked like.
But you still smashed them, so it still counts.
It still counts. Yeah.
Still counts.
Still an 8-better, yeah.
And then we lost, it didn't count as much jet lag and stuff. Do you have any thoughts on this, Fudge?
I mean, I think we had to do the cowboy shoot, so we couldn't come a little bit too fast to EWC, so we had to do the cowboy shoot. I mean, I'm not shading Riot or anything, for the scheduling, but that was needed. So,
Jeez, is that
unlucky for the jet lag?
Unlucky. That's very unlucky.
Yeah.
Even last year the jet lag was bad.
I mean, huh?
Last year the jet lag was bad too. In fact, right before our match versus Fnatic, there was like couches in the player rooms that we had. It's like 30 minutes before we were playing versus Fnatic at EWC, and we're actually sleeping on the couch. And we were curious about top lane pick, and we're like, should we wake him back up? And we're like, we probably just settled on like Cassante because he was always playing Cassante during that time. So we was like, just pick him Cassante anyways. Who cares?
Yeah, better to give him the 30 minutes of rest than to confirm.
At least him, and then everyone else. Like, I think me and Jan were good for jet lag, but everyone else, Core, Umpty, and Impact, were all just complete KO'd by the jet lag last year.
That must be one of the hardest places to fly to from Los Angeles.
It's like 17 hours, no?
16, 17 hours.
Yeah.
I think we flew to some place in Germany, and then from Germany we flew down.
Anyway,
but it was a fun tournament.
Excuses.
I can't complain.
I
wasn't in it, so I enjoyed watching extra League of Legends. You know? I
and
got
you started scrims late. You had all this time
off.
off.
I was taking my break,
you're
like
chilling.
just sitting on the couch watching FlyQuest was G2. I was like, yeah, FlyQuest winning, NA. And then I didn't pay attention too much to EWC, to be honest.
I really enjoyed watching the FlyQuest 3-0 the most.
Of course.
And then I was disappointed in the BLG loss. I thought you guys could have had that series.
Yeah, it felt pretty winnable.
Yeah.
It was also just nice. It was like not here, but like in the same time zone as us.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm always used to waking up at like 2 a.m. to watch World Finals or something, but now it's like, it's 6 p.m.
I know, it's actually crazy. Every time we have an international event in North American time zone, we're like, oh, this is how the rest of the world experiences international
it's
events.
actually just nice.
Yeah, that must be why it's so popular. It's super nice.
See you guys back here in 3 years or something.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you, getting back to the current split, about UG and what you guys have been learning now that you're playing without Umpty and it's a more clear 5-man roster for the split.
We've been scrimming basically since MSI. Like, we took like a week off after you guys showed on us, and then we got like straight back into scrimming. We scrimmed all the MSI teams when they were here, and then it's just nice to play on a 5-man roster, even though it's like kind of unique to play with UG and Umpty. They're just such polarizing differences. UG's popping the full clears, hitting the Scuttle Crab at 330, taking a tempo base, and then Umpty's, you never really know what to expect. Sometimes he's level 3 ganking, sometimes he's full clearing. So it's just nice to have that stable person in.
Yeah.
And then just learning off of that. I think I'm not saying I think we're just ramping up now.
Okay.
We're doing pretty solid in scrims. The only 2 teams we haven't been scrimming is Flying C9 just because they weren't in the country. But versus everyone else, we've been dogging most other teams in scrims.
Okay. I mean, you had your international streak broken. I know you talked about that. Like every split you've been in the league, you made international. And you guys finished like 4th. So you had like a really disappointing end to split 2. Now that you've had 5-6 weeks, as well as a bunch of scrims, as well as a roster change, like what happened, do you think? Like what do you need to improve on to get back to first?
I think everyone, like comparatively to last year, I think everyone individually is playing, like 5-10% better, like myself included. And then I think just as a team, we're always doing just different things as a team. Some people, it'd be like we'd call to go Baron, but then we would like turn on like line bush or something as like me and Core, while like Yuji or Umpty, whoever was in at the time, and Jan are hitting Baron, and like we're always just split. So I think that was like a pretty big focus for us coming to like scrimming again. We just, even if it's not like the top tier, like S tier play, we're just always trying to do the same thing and make sure we're realigned. Like we've had like pretty long discussions about like literally every objective, everything that we probably can, just get as much like alignment as possible.
Yeah, Jan mentioned that you guys have gone back to the basics a little bit, partially because you're integrating a new player, but then it's also just helpful to re-hit the basics so everyone's on the same page about everything, like not just to bring the jungler up to speed, to get the team on the same page.
I mean, last year, I think I would say we got pretty good, especially in summer. And then we got kind of like lost in the sauce when the meta changed. Everyone just had such fragmented ideas, and we never really were able to gel those together, like probably partly because of ego, because everyone's like, I'm the best player or something like that. And then, I don't know. We just weren't, we were actually such a good team. And then the meta switched from like the ADC mid-meta, and we were just like, we had no clue what to do.
I want to get Inspired and Fudge's thoughts on this and then have you chime in. But a lot of people think that like the lane swaps being removed was a big hit to Team Liquid. Do you think like that was actually a big hit to Team Liquid, or were there other reasons that they fell off last split?
I mean, for me, I got kicked off C9 in 2024 split 2, right? So summer split.
Yeah.
And I wasn't playing during when like the lane swaps happened.
Yeah.
And then I came back at the start of 2025, and I didn't really know how to play lane swaps. And then, so against TL, I would generally feel that that's the main advantage they had on us, just because I thought they were pretty good at it. I think that Yon and Core were generally pretty good at playing 1v2, one of the better bot lanes at punishing. I wouldn't say that's the reason. I mean, to me, it kind of looks like they almost like lost trust in each other in a way, like from watching. Like they didn't really, I mean, kind of similar to what he was saying, but they didn't really like play together. They kind of just like, I don't know. It seemed like a little bit mental boom to me, to be honest. Like they were in their heads.
I think they were just ahead of the meta on the lane swap things. Like they're basically the one that discovered it. So obviously they were like the best at it at the beginning when everyone was just learning. And I also think that because you have a veteran top and support, which are the roles that actually allow you to be very creative, especially in the lane swap situations. Impact always found the way how to maximize XP and gold that he got, and same for CoreJJ. Like there have been so many times where CoreJJ was catching waves on his own during the lane swap, and because of that he always got the level lead on support, and there was a lot of times where he was hitting level 6 and snowballing out of that because he was getting either the objective or something like that, or a play for the team while enemy support was not level 6, because it just didn't feel natural for the support mains that are not really like either that experienced, or they don't feel as confident on stage as CoreJJ feels, because it's just like he doesn't feel stressed at all because he's playing for so long to like get solo XP waves at some certain situations. It just felt very unnatural for other supports. But yeah, they were just abusing that, the fact that there was a different way of playing, and I feel like they were just ahead of the meta on everyone else, and that's why they were really good at it. But I don't think that's the thing they need to win games. I think the team with players of such a caliber should be able to win games in any way. But I think that was just like extra for them. They were just getting extra leads, and that's why it felt unbeatable, because they were just spawning in the game very ahead. And yeah, once now that is removed, I feel like it's a bit harder to get lead over the enemies. In the current meta, it seems like if you lane better than the opponent and you are able to get early objectives, it feels pretty pretty easy to just keep doing that. So I think the game is more volatile. Like one fight can swing the game because you win your lane or you win fight around Drake, and then you can snowball that into grabs, and you are in a better position to contest another Drake. So I mean that's at least how I'm feeling right now. So it seems the game seems a bit more skilled. I feel like on lane swap it was more unskilled in a mechanic sense. It was more of a game knowledge type of skill.
Right, but the skill here is just like fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. APA?
Yeah, I mean, definitely going into the first time, it definitely sucked. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we're the best team still in like the winter split. I think we honestly just showed up that weekend that we faced C9 and 100 Thieves, and we just, I don't know, it was literally just like we just had a really good week, and that's just how the split was.
Yeah.
You just had to have one good week, and you could just randomly win. And then just losing lane swaps definitely was like one of our biggest crutches, because like, I mean, just yeah, same thing as these two guys said. It was definitely one of our biggest crutch, and then it's just randomly removed for an international tournament. So we're like not nearly as practiced as we probably should be going into lanes, and then you're facing, you know, still relatively good teams, HLE, Top Esports,
Yeah.
even though Top kind of flopped out,
Sure.
or even like CFO. So that kind of blew.
Yeah, because it was a big part of your identity, and it was,
No other way to put it. It kind of just blew.
yeah.
Our meta was just taken away from us.
Yeah.
Fair, yeah. I mean, it's good to admit it, and then also you've had a longer time now to try and reestablish the way that you actually want to win the game, so you can practice more. What about the format for you guys? What do you think about this new format? You can say your opinions. It feels strange.
He told me, he was like,
Yeah.
so the 8-0 teams are playing against the 0-8, and it's going to be 16-0. Is what I mean. I agree with
Like,
that.
is it
That's
like
a little-
they're trying to like embarrass the bottom teams? They are going for the 16-0 and 0-16 tables?
So no, so the whole format it switches at week 4.
Okay,
Yeah, but
but
there's
what
only
are
3
we
weeks of
playing
this.
for right now? These
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
like week 3, there is still a choosing phase.
This
I
is a
assume.
format explainer video.
Yeah,
okay?
no, I'm going to give the format explainer. This is
So week 3, we
because
are
you're so
still
good,
choosing.
you don't have to worry about it. But I think other teams should be worried about this.
No, but isn't everyone making playoffs after that? Like week 4, everyone is making week 4.
Yes.
Okay.
However, okay, after 3 weeks, the top 4 are basically an upper bracket,
Yeah.
and the bottom 4 are up for elimination right away.
Yeah.
All right.
And the way you pick flips. So in your bracket, if you finish first, you'll get to pick your opponent for the first week of the top 4.
Yeah.
And the same thing will happen for the bottom 4. So like whoever is 5th place will get to
But, like,
pick.
The way it might end up is there's 3 teams or 4 teams, 3-0
It might. Yeah.
going 6-0,
Yeah.
and 4 teams.
If someone
going-
could have just won a game,
Yeah.
then they'd be pickable.
Yeah.
So at any point, like if you wouldn't have been able to win that game too, then, I mean, DSG still picked you, but
I mean, I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
We don't need to
No,
talk
I
about
know,
that,
but I'm
like-
Yeah,
trying
because
to
what
think.
I'm wondering is like if no one like actually ints and everything goes as predicted, then it might be 16-0, 0-16, and then the losing teams will still have to pick the upper
Yeah.
bracket.
no, the only way, lower bracket will always pick lower bracket. Like they'd never let a lower bracket
Yeah,
and upper
yeah.
bracket pick each other.
But then still, how do you decide like who's the worst of the worst and who's the best of the best? Like,
Yeah.
how do you say
split
like
split 2 standings would be the tiebreaker after game record. So it goes match record, game record, and then the standings.
there's no
are
other way?
split.
It's just
There-
like, oh, FlyQuest got first place last split, so they're
Yeah.
first place again.
Match record, game wins, game losses, and then split 2 records. So like if it actually happened that way, where you'd be 3-0, like all of you would be 3-0, like you've beaten all the bottom 4 teams, it swept them all, then it would literally just be what the standings were last split. So you'd have first pick, and then in the lower bracket, 5th place team, 100 Thieves, would have first pick, and would probably just pick DSG, and then that would be the elimination game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then,
Interesting.
by the end of week 7, only 3 teams go to LTA playoffs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's
But
super
it's
important
because
to be top 4.
because right now we are gonna play actual playoffs that are just not called playoffs.
Somewhat.
'Cause
Yeah.
I just saw the bracket. And
Elimination phase is basically
the
playoffs.
elimination phase looks exact the same bracket as playoffs
Yeah.
bracket from last season.
Yeah.
And
It's essentially conference playoffs,
Yeah.
and then you'll go to LTA playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. So
then the-
basically, we play playoffs, but you don't win the split. But if you win, you already qualify to make it to Worlds.
Yeah.
So if you win the elimination phase, you qualify Worlds.
Correct.
Oh,
If you're the
so it's like
first
playoffs.
seed,
Just do that. Yeah.
yeah. If you're the first seed, you're the LTA North champion. You'll still go to LTA playoffs to
Yeah.
be the LTA champion and make sure you're the number 1 seed from the LTA.
And that's
but
in
you'd be
Texas?
guaranteed the top 3. That's the finals weekend will be in Texas. So the first part of that's going to be here.
Okay.
The 3 teams from the south will come up.
Yeah. And then,
3 teams from the north.
gotcha.
Hopefully dispose of them right away.
We'll see.
We'll see. And then the finals weekend will be the same as any other finals weekend, where there's the second, third place team and the first place team in the.
I feel like it doesn't incentivize the bad teams to pick. It doesn't is like the bad teams pick the bad teams.
In theory, yeah. But because that's the thing.
Since everyone's losing and everyone's winning, it's like they can only choose the good teams.
Yeah. So if I lose, so
game.
next match I lose 2-1, or I go 2-1 and I win, then they can choose DSG, right? If they go 0-2, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Correct.
Okay. So no, but like I might
little
make
game?
some,
If their game record is different at all, you're allowed to pick them, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like for week 1 they should have let the 0-2s play the
I think
0-2s, but it's learning. That's not my call.
Yeah, I think the format's a little weird. It
I
definitely,
kind of like
is
watching like DSG Dignitas game.
Yeah, don't you
before
want
it
to
was
see that?
SR Dig. SR Dig, it was like the banger of the whole split, you know?
But I'm pretty sure if you let teams pick anyone, you'd be playing C9 next week, almost for sure. Which would also feel bad, right?
Yeah, but we were laughing at it that if we had a pick, we'd just pick C9 just for the memes. Cause why not? Like, might as well.
Yeah, might as well. Question for you. You've gotten like a ton of recognition lately. You've probably noticed.
I guess. I mean,
People like when you had the 3-0 against G2, I saw tons of people on Twitter, tons of people on Reddit saying Inspired is the best player in the West.
yeah.
Do you believe that?
Well, I mean, I don't really see someone that would compete else than Caps. I think Caps is the player that I think is really, really good and has been really good since he started his career. So
Yeah, all-time accomplishments.
So I don't
it
know
would
if
be Caps.
as a player I'm better than him. I would have to play with him to.
But if we're talking about like right now,
I mean, I don't know. I play jungle and he plays mid lane. So if I would play mid against him, I would lose. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't win a game jungle against me either. So I don't know, hard to tell.
yeah, it's also hard to like say you're the best player as well from like a people online will flame you if you
Yeah,
if you
I
say
mean,
it.
that's how it works. That's why I don't really like care that much. To me, I'm always the best, like I guess, for the past years. And nice people say that, but it's not like it will affect my way of playing or my way of how I'm seeing myself.
Sure. What do you two think?
Maybe the GOAT.
Not the GOAT. No, so I guess
best right
it's,
now, I would
it's a
right
different
now?
definition because I feel like sometimes when you say like best player in the West, people immediately will understand it one of two ways, whether it's all time or right now. My question would be like right now. Like who is the best player right now?
I mean, I think
Also hard to say.
I think if FlyQuest lost Inspired, they'd probably be a worse team than if G2 lost Caps. So I would say Inspired.
Really?
I would say so.
But
Caps was
I mean,
doing a lot
don't get me
of
wrong.
lifting.
Don't get me wrong.
G to lose this
No, I agree.
like,
They're cooked too. Don't get me wrong. I agree that they're cooked too. But I mean, all-time accomplishment, of course, Caps. But like,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, from my view of like how the game is played from FlyQuest, I think it's like heavily played around.
Yeah, you're
Inspired.
so central in what they do, and then you
Yeah.
also play any type of jungler, which is something that I think so few players have actually been able to do throughout, League of Legends history. Like when I don't necessarily think like, oh, if we just get Inspired off carries, he's less effective. Like he's fine at Ivern.
Yeah.
but I feel like you can excel at
I
any.
also don't think that it's just my individual skill that makes it like that. I think we were just not as good at the beginning, not because like I was worse, but I feel like right now my teammates are just playing way better because they pressure way harder than they were used to. Like I think especially our bot lane, like they were not used to actually playing the game when we just started as a team. And now like when they have a lead or they have a stronger matchup, like they are in your face all the time. So it just gives way more free time to other players. And I think that there is not many teams that actually do it well in LTA. There's many teams that when they have a lead, they will pressure you, but then eventually they will over-pressure and they will just blow the lead away. And sometimes they don't use the lead like hard enough. And I think that's something that the best players can do, that once they are ahead, they will make sure that they're always ahead and they're always in your face. And they will make you answer their plays in the game. They will make sure that if you want to make something on the map, like you have to deal with them. And I think that's why it also looks, I guess, that I'm playing better maybe than I did at the beginning. But I think jungle role, it's not that complicated. I think it's a team game at the end. So I think if my team wouldn't be able to pressure as hard as they are pressuring when they are in a good spot in the game, I wouldn't be able to do my stuff either. So
yeah, that's a good perspective. I'm not trying to just build you up with compliments. I'm trying to be balanced here, but like, I do remember. Let's go back to like Jensen FlyQuest. I remember when there was this whole like villain arc for you guys, like you and Whippo. I think on one episode of Pros, you just like talked a bunch of smack, essentially saying to like, oh yeah, I just tell them what to do. I tell my teammates what to do, and then they do it. Then you lost, and you had a bunch of flame.
Yeah.
But now that you're winning, I almost feel like that ends up getting credited to you, and I want to almost like redefine what your role is in the team. Like when you're saying Masu and Busio didn't used to play aggressive, but now they do. Yes, they had to make the individual improvements to do that. Do you think that they did that on their own, or was that like every single review, you or Mithy or Nukeduck were like, you're missing this opportunity over and over and over and over again?
I do think that it was very big influence of me and the coaching staff and Whippo. I think without us, they probably wouldn't make that change. But I do think that they had really good mechanics since the beginning. Like they were really good mechanically, but they just didn't really know what to do. But now I think they understand it way better. So they can actually use their mechanics in order to win the games for their team and to make everyone's life easier. So, yeah, I don't think they would be able to accomplish that without the people around them. But I don't think there is many people that you would be able to replace them with and teach them the same things. I think it's both. Like they're very talented and they are very good at learning. So I think they are just very good. Yeah. So I think it's both.
Did you guys want to add anything, or?
I mean, I agree. I think it's both. It's always going to be both. Like
of course.
With every player, right?
Especially because it's a team game.
But
like,
I do
every
think,
team gives a lot of feedback.
I mean, just from observing, like, you know, all the coaches and Inspired and Whippo, I think they seemingly have a lot of influence on their teammates, I think, compared to a lot of other players. Yeah. Yeah, just from what I've seen.
Makes sense.
That reminds me of, like, I don't know, like, Perks or Sven, I guess. They also, like, kind of like that. They have a lot of influence.
Yeah, that makes sense. I also just got to say, going back to LTA North a bit, this was the most predictable week. Like, it was literally all 2-0s.
But isn't next week also so predictable?
So it might be, because we have all, you know, now top 4 against, you play DSG.
Yeah.
You probably expect to 2-0.
Face Lyon, who might not even use
If they don't have Zamudo because of visa issues, it's going to be really rough for them.
We play 100 Thieves. We lost to them in first split, so maybe we can lose.
Maybe 2-1. The question that I wanted to ask you as a group, and this is, I know, maybe it's just analyst stuff that is boring to you guys, but if things were to shake up, because right now, I would put the top 4, and I'm sorry to Shopify because you're technically third.
Go ahead, man.
But based on the draw, it's 1, C9 2, 3, 4 would be the general power rankings. Would we all agree, or?
I mean, I don't agree, obviously.
Okay, perfect. You're third. If one of those teams blows up, does badly, what's most likely to happen, or in which way would it happen? So you can pick one of those other 3 teams and say, like, what's their weakness and what could be their downfall?
Well, I think right now it's probably us two have like the biggest weaknesses right now. But you know, like the best part about like starting splits, like not at the top, is I don't know, you just get to improve. Like, that's literally the best way to put it.
Yeah, it feels set in stone now, but I also remember when JoJo signed with C9. Like that first week, we're like, how many MVPs do they have? 50% chance of winning the whole split, and then they didn't even, they fell apart the whole year.
At least I feel like for our past 3, 4, 5 weeks, however many weeks we've been scrimming, like we've steadily improved back to a level where it's like, I don't know, like an acceptable level.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I would say last split was definitely not like, there's no way you expect Team Liquid to get 4th place. Especially after, like, depending on what you thought, especially after winning split in winter.
First, second, first.
And then randomly just like a dog shit 4th. So it was just nice to have like time to ramp up. And even like last spring, like we didn't start off that good either. We started off around probably I would say the level we are now, and just steadily improved until we're actually like a solid team.
Yeah, Fudge.
I mean, my opinion on like what could go wrong, at least for my team, is like I think what made us get third last split was that we lost all our egos as individuals, and we're like, we are not good, and we need to play as a team and do basic stuff. I think like everyone tries to overcomplicate things. I think, all the time, especially pro players. They're like, oh, if I flash here, do this, and I'll play him. Like, sure, you can improve this, but most of the time that doesn't like win series, win games. Like usually you play a certain comp, you know how to play it, you play towards that, and you don't make super big errors. I mean, especially in NA, you can win a lot of games. But I do think right now we are, as individuals, trying to push that and like squeeze that more because we feel like that's what we need to do to be able to beat
get, like, top 2.
Fly, C9.
Yeah.
Because I think their players do that better than us. And they also play better as a team.
Yeah, because eventually you're going to have to do that to go to Worlds.
Exactly. So I think right now we're definitely in like a bit of a learning curve, especially considering we only started streaming 2 weeks, sorry. So
I'm surprised you guys took that big of a break,
I mean,
to be
I'm
completely
surprised
honest.
too, bro. I was on vacation, man. I was chilling.
I mean, I also do want to say, like, even though I think FlyQuest is good and like I think C9 is like a little bit step below, I don't think you guys are unbeatable. Like maybe now they're a little bit too good to be touched, but who's to say? It's like what 10 weeks is the entire.
Yeah, if you include the LTA cross-conference playoffs.
It's like in
10 weeks.
8 weeks, you know, Shopify could be really good. We could be really good. Like, I don't know, maybe 100 Thieves stops being dog shit and becomes really good again.
Maybe 100 Thieves are the goats, yeah. Sniper on Sion, maybe, yeah. Okay.
You know,
Like,
that's kind of funny though. Like we had the same like playing first day of scrims against 100 Thieves. Sniper just picks Sion 1-2,
so
and then he does
fun of
on
him.
stage 2.
yeah, like at the end of the day, you're still in NA, still not an LCK. Anything random can happen.
Okay.
You know, maybe Inspired wakes up on the wrong side of the bed in finals day and just runs it down to contracts or something.
Can happen, yeah. Maybe. You guys can hope for that.
New patch next week.
Maybe we lose to minions in the finals. Random things happen.
I know we have no AD carries here, but it is a new champion. What do you guys think of Yunara?
Looks kind of
I think people
broken.
didn't figure out her build yet, maybe.
There's
Or
a lot
at
of weird
least
stuff you can
Yesterday I
do.
played with Sven in solo queue and he did some crazy useless build that he was doing absolute 0 damage. So I think his build was not it.
Was he like
I think he did
Hull
like
Breaker or
no, he did like blade Ginsus Kraken, I think.
Oh,
like some on-hit build.
The Pebble
But
build.
I think I was reading this champ spells and her passive has something to do with crit. So I assume you have to build crit on her, but I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, I don't know much about this champ yet. Sure.
Jan played her a little bit in scrims before other teams were like, why are we using her? She's not available in week 1. But she looked like easy to kill, but when you couldn't kill her for whatever reason, like she had flashed dodge a Jarvan engage, she looked like she had like crazy chase down, like old Zeri type chase down.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think it just reminds me of Zeri, to be honest. We don't have info on it. We didn't scrim at all with it. And I played, my only experience playing the champ was playing 1v1s for content here.
Oh, nice.
Where I completely inted, so I don't have a strong opinion, but watching it, how it plays, it's just like Zeri to me in my head, at least a very similar champion.
Okay. Pretty much done here. Do you have anything, this is for the 3 of you, that you're looking forward to the most in this upcoming split?
The playoffs are ready. Just start playoffs.
When do you think they start? Week 4 or week?
I think week 4.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, week 4, right?
Yeah. Essentially, that's when the upper bracket, lower bracket starts, the elimination phase.
We got a month, well, 3 weeks.
We're not as good as FlyQuest right now. Still have to focus on the week by week. We face Lyon, who's probably not that good, but who knows, maybe we face like a decent team in 3rd week.
Yeah, Fudge? Class?
Yeah, I'm not focusing on playoffs right now. I think we're pretty bad right now, so I'm just going to focus on DSG. We can still lose, for sure.
That's true. Okay, thank you guys for joining us. I'll let you get home. Start scrims on Monday. Thanks for joining me on Pros Week 1. Check it out on the LTA North YouTube channel every week, Pros. Thanks for joining us. See you in Week 2.
See ya.